Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Great morning to everybody.
We did.
welcome, welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. And I don't do this enough, but to my left, right is my brother Terry Little,
Oh,
and
yeah.
right at the bottom is the man Pastor Brian McCory in the building.
You got to roll that
Good
R.
morning, happy Wednesday, Deborah. Happy Wednesday.
They'll be in here.
Hey, Deborah.
Hey.
All right. So this is the time where you share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So hang tight. Hold on. Oh, Mama McCory in the building. It's always
Hey,
awesome
Mom.
to see you.
Hey, pair
All
of hula hoops.
right. Let's
Aw.
see. Miss
Oh,
Farrell in
hula
the
hoop.
building.
I used to watch.
Yes.
I used to watch it every morning on Paris.
I need to buy one of them jokers too. I need the
Thing
50
is hurt,
pound.
man.
Huh?
Them things
It's hurt.
hurt.
Yeah, I need, listen, no
Oh,
pain,
my
no
cousin bought
gain.
a hula hoop. My cousin bought one of those hula hoops, a pair of hula hoop queen, and was standing too close to her table and knocked everything
Ooh.
off.
Oh, I'd
That's
love to see
hilarious.
that.
And,
I'd
and
love
was
to see that.
live on Facebook doing it.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
I
what
told her, I
Listen,
said, you need a meeting with Para Hula Hoop Queen.
yeah. 'Cause
Listen.
somewhere you're doing it wrong.
Listen,
Hey,
I'm
Lisa.
all about if it's going down, let it go down live. I'm gonna get something out of this.
Yeah, my cousin San
That's
Diego
great.
did that. That was hilarious.
That's crazy.
Oh man! All right, y'all, hang tight. Hold on. We're gonna kick it off in uno momento.
But don't be the meal. You know when you said that, don't be the meal.
Experience is the best teacher, but truth is the Holy Spirit is the best teacher.
If you can find the straightest path to the queen that you're supposed to be with, I believe in, and she finds her straightest path to you, then I think it gets away from all those, the skeletons in the closet.
We aim for the wrong things.
Right.
We aim to make our children a good husband. We aim to make our children good wives or successful businessmen or success, whatever.
Right.
The aim is wrong.
Trending is not happening without curiosity. So what's driving curiosity? You understand? People that are successful, people that are effective in life are people with priorities.
Oh man! All right, let's get it. She said, "Oh, bless her heart." That's a hula hoop.
It was hilarious.
That's a hula hoop fail right
The
there.
first person I thought about was Para Hula Hoop Queen. Like, he needed an appointment.
You know what's funny about Pair Hula Hoop Queen is that
Morning, Sam.
she
in the
started
building.
this whole trend. I think.
Right.
She was the first one I saw with a weighted hula hoop.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, that's where my cousin. That's where
Yeah.
she found it with Para
You're
Hula Hoop
awesome.
Queen.
She a
Saw her in
trailblazer. Good morning,
Yeah.
Pair.
And she's all the way in San Diego.
Wow.
Oh wow, I know that. I never knew that. That she was from San Diego.
All right.
But she
All
be
right.
early. All right, let's go.
Let's get into it. So this is kind of a different topic. As you know, if you watched yesterday,
Hey Andrea, good morning to you.
I want to say my bad. I thought the debate was yesterday. So anyone
Yeah,
looking
you-
for it, I take that L, because if you was like, why did I think it's today? You probably watched the show and heard me say it. So
Yeah.
I apologize. So
No,
tonight
I have
is
no
the
screen
debate.
turned up to it.
Most definitely. I looked it up. I made sure I checked. I researched.
Yeah, man. Research.
Oh, so we kind of talked about it, covered it yesterday. I just wanted to shift gears a little bit, but like everything, we start off one way, but we always end up somewhere else. So today I kind of want to talk about COVID, work, and life moving forward. It's funny. I
That's
was,
true. Me too, Andrew.
it's
But I gotta watch Kamal do
another
like that.
debate tonight. I'm still
I gotta
laughing. Oh man,
gotta
let's
watch
see.
them
Oh, and good morning. So I was looking up, what did they call it? Virtual fatigue. Virtual fatigue.
Yeah.
And it's basically exactly what it sounds. Folks that are, constantly in meetings, everything on the computer, all in one space, and as comfortable it is going from the bedroom to an office space or your table, where you don't have to get in traffic, have to totally get dressed and do the norm that you normally do. But the fatigue of, they said, the mental strain of being in meetings on the computer is pretty high. That's one of the I guess the changes in work life, after post COVID.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're still in the midst of it. But
Stand back and stand by, she said.
They're gonna need these guys, right? Stand by. Good. That's good.
I love it all day. All day.
But I think the mental health, is real, and one of the challenges, and you realize, as great as it is, and I've heard others say this, being in the house is good and having access, working at home, but it seems like, one, time flies, and then two, you seem like you have so much more that you're doing when you're at home as opposed to being in an office. Like I know one young lady, good morning, Romello, that works like countless hours, whereas before she would go in, do an 8 to 5, 8 to 6, maybe 8 to 7, and then come home. I think it's that breaking away of work and home life. That's the challenge.
Yeah. Well, Samantha is Pastor to go ahead.
Oh yeah, Pastor's
this is your wheelhouse, sir.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah. I mean, not really. I think it's because I think that it's more common for people that are in IT than people that are just getting into it. You have those who were never really online that are addicted now. That's, if you look at that, there's a documentary out now entitled Social Dilemma.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
And it talks about the rise in addiction to social networking and the pitfalls of addiction to social networking and what it has done to change the dynamics of human interaction.
YouTube.
Telling everybody to be very careful about that kind of stuff. You have to unplug. So, but I don't think there's any difference with people that, like, my family has to pull me away from my desk, but they've been having to pull me away from my desk for 15 years. But it's for work, pulling me from work, not social media. I don't even keep up. I don't keep up enough with social media, but I'm always online working. So there's different aspects of it. A lot of people are, addicted to their work, which requires them to be online, but other folks are just addicted to the drama that's on social media. So there's a totally different dynamic, and what's happening is the people that are addicted to the drama, addicted to who's posting next, or addicted to the likes. There's so many different aspects of what can drive an addiction when it comes to social media. There are people addicted to shopping. They can't stop shopping online. There are people that are addicted to the chat space. Yeah. So, I mean, it is a lottery win for social workers or mental health workers. For psychologists, to help people with their addictions to social media. But I think it's a detriment to the household, especially when you consider young people who don't even go outside anymore. And then COVID-19 made it worse. Do you all know that human what is it called? What is it called? Using your fingers. What's that term?
On Twitter?
Somebody on here is healthcare. Dexterity.
Okay.
Human dexterity, from the time that pagers, cell phones came out, or handheld technology, handheld games. Human dexterity has changed, has improved drastically. Because of handheld devices. We do things with our hands so much faster than we ever did before. So it should let you know how deep this stuff goes, right? They talk about, the impact to your body. You don't really know the impact to cellular technology and all that stuff for like 50 years. We need counseling to heal and be whole from trauma, just being under Trump. Who also is addicted to Twitter.
Right, right, right. That that one still boggles me. But I think we are shaped. We have been shaped. Our world is a lot different with social media, and watching that documentary, it was interesting. Some of the stuff I kind of knew. Some of the nuggets about how they gauge our responses and being reactive to things. One of the examples was someone was liking somebody else and watching their post, and to get a reaction, they said, "Hey, such and such just made a post," just to get you to look at your phone, kind of situations. I think with the COVID, like you said, it gives kids more reason to not be outside, because unfortunately, if you think about us, our social interactions I had to go to your house, knock on your door, and ask for you to come outside to have any real social interactions. I mean, we could be on the phone, but guys on the phone ain't really a thing. so
Right.
It's like, it's crazy how so much has changed in the last 30 years. You said you have to. I'm afraid of the inappropriate things they can. Right. Yeah, definitely. You have
But
to.
you know what the age in, but that I didn't mean to cut you off, AD. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
That has been around. Age inappropriate behavior online has been around since the late 80s, since the internet was around. I mean, the minute we got access to the internet, the bad stuff was out there.
Right. Or easy access.
Yeah, it's been there since the beginning.
Right.
And remember that algorithms are real.
Yes.
Organizations, companies, they hire people to set up algorithms to watch your behavior online. Right. Yeah, but I mean, I'll give an example. I can click on an ad, a Dallas Cowboy ad, because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Right. I can
Don't
click
leave,
on
everybody. Don't leave.
I can click on a single ad and just click like on a Dallas Cowboy ad for merchandise, and I'll be flooded with Dallas Cowboy merchandise ads, which I love, but
seriously. Yes, he is.
He's serious about it. Yeah.
He said I'm old.
Yes, I am serious about it. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate that. I appreciate you recognizing, that I'm a real fan.
Yeah, I'm gonna help everybody else out. Here you go.
and not only that, ladies and gentlemen, he has a shadow box with the replica.
Oh yeah. The rings. Yeah.
The rings. We ain't seen one since
82.
Hey,
listen. But, okay.
Thanks for the super hot.
I don't want to turn this into a problem for everybody. I don't want to do that. I have to catch a plane this afternoon, y'all. So sometimes I get tired on the plane, and you know how you have to rest your head on the plane. You lean back, but you can't. I have to. Rest my head on the plane.
He said I'm out.
These pillows come in handy on airplanes. Yeah.
Even you crazy.
And then I teach my children to always save money. Like do something with your coins. So that
Oh my goodness!
You have to have a place to put your coins.
You might want to send that to Dak. Maybe sure you can put some money in there. Anyways, we're talking about.
Don't get me started.
Wait, there's more. I can use the quotation devices.
Hey, but look, AD, Chris Rossetti just gave us our first super heart on Periscope. You see that?
No, I didn't see that, brother.
Yeah, he just gave us our first super heart. Thank you, Chris.
I appreciate that, Chris. A whole lot, my brother.
If y'all feel engaged,
but
Chris gave us a super heart on Periscope. Super hearts are, you tap your screen, you get normal hearts, but super hearts is when you kind of engage.
I appreciate everybody, and before you super hearted, it's going to take them 2 cents and throw it up in here. Throw it up in here. Throw it up in here. I appreciate Twitter getting that.
Yeah.
The chances of us seeing that will be little to none.
Yeah.
So
super hearts are awesome.
If you're feeling gracious, feeling like seeding into the brothers of legacy.
But there's that algorithm. There's that algorithm.
Right.
But can we talk about Andrea's comment just a little bit? She said, you go back up. She says,
for super
some people find love on social media, which I find to be strange. Why? Why that's strange? I'd love to hear why that's strange. They don't have super hearts.
I mean,
you're right. They sure didn't, Andrea. They didn't.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for Andrea to answer that. Well, why is that strange? Social media, anywhere. I mean, social media is kind of kooky. People are kooky on social media, but
maybe people use it for just business. Yeah.
Andrew. Yeah. Some people. I mean, with the way technology is now,
right?
It's just like that show Catfish. Catfish was big because people were using the internet to find love, they were being lied to.
Right.
But in this day and age, technology won't allow you to get catfish. Right.
It's probably a lot harder now.
It's a lot harder to get catfish. If you're still getting catfished in this day and time,
you slow. You slow. No, I'm joking.
You're not slow, but
that might have been catfish.
You need to seriously reconsider things if you're still getting catfish now, because you got Zoom, you got Skype, you got Duo, you got FaceTime, you got. There's no way. And the first time you meet somebody, and they say, "Well, yeah, let's have a FaceTime." Okay, well, I can't make it to that. Okay.
My camera's broken. My camera's broken.
Yeah. Okay. So no.
He said, well, it's the true representation of who they are. They only show, of course, you always see the highlights. Now,
that's everywhere. That's even in red.
Yeah, but that's like a first date, also.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, I'm slow.
You get my best. You gonna get my.
Actually, you're not slow.
Yeah, I found out you can pretend to be anybody you wanted to pretend to be for like 6 months.
I borrowed money from a couple of friends to take you to Ruth Chris. Let's get it.
Yeah. You're the ones that they want business and they want boo confusion.
I get the ones act like they want business.
Yeah. I mean, with social media, just like relationships. Some people, they don't want love; they want a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you have to be careful.
Right. So how have you guys? I know Pastor says in this season he's been busier than ever.
Yeah.
with everything going on. How's everything going with you, Terry?
I have 9 conference calls on my calendar today.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you do 9 conference calls?
Who does that? I don't know.
Wow.
I think if we can make money together, we can possibly build together. Business first. Makes sense. Probably, BJ, but you now have that's face-changing apps. Yeah, that's reaching, especially when you're on FaceTime and things. I mean, but I guess it's possible, though.
He said face-changing.
It is possible. It's possible. Yeah, Dr. G would be a great guest on.
I saw somebody online. I need to get a hold of someone on social media with blue eyes that I knew growing up. I'm like, when did your eyes turn blue?
When did that happen?
You never had blue eyes. Right. Yeah. I've been single ever since I became an entrepreneur. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, but
that's because you married your business.
Right.
Ooh. Right.
Priorities. Yeah.
It's
right.
It's in the intro.
Let's run that intro again.
Yeah, you can't blame men because you married your business.
Yeah.
Right. She said entrepreneurs need to date each other, makes it slightly easier.
Yeah, it makes it.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It doesn't. What the first thing that you'll learn is that you don't have time, and both of you respect the fact that you don't have time. So what good is it?
Yeah, it's really no point.
Right.
But to answer the question, AV posted last night a little bit to me. Here, COVID is back on. It's spiking here in some areas. Okay, another perspective. So yeah, it's spiking. But nothing really drastic has changed for me because the job that I have never shut down.
Okay.
We were considered essential workers, and so we never shut down. So nothing really has happened. But I've seen people that COVID has hit,
right,
and it changed their whole dynamic and how they do things, and
Right.
And how they save money and this and that. Because
Right.
with
That's
COVID,
true.
when COVID hit, a lot of businesses, there are a lot of mom and pop out here, where I live. So there's a few chains, like
Right.
your McAllister's and all that. We got a few chains, but a lot of the mom and pops closed down.
Right.
So people that worked at these mom and pops, they had to live life a little different because they don't have their income anymore. So learn how to save money, learn how to walk in a certain area was.
I think
paramount.
with everything, you have to be prepared to pivot.
Not here, Ephraim. I wish that was true. A lot of
You said you have to be prepared to what, AD?
To pivot, to
yeah.
see what's changed and do something different. I mean, honestly, like there was this, it could be other reasons, but there's this great breakfast spot. She said, "Okay, won't blame it on becoming an entrepreneur." we gonna get back to that.
We love you, Andrea. Go ahead.
There's this great breakfast spot, probably like maybe like 3-4 miles, like the next town over, and they shut down. I mean, they probably closing because they just opened. And my thing is, I feel like they could have just offered delivery, and I would have bought.
Yeah.
I would have been in there. I don't know. For me, I mean, I guess, like I said, this is the dynamics, is how you run in your business, and the insurance and things like that. I'm sure you can just sign a contract with DoorDash. Nowadays, you instead of taking on that whole delivery system yourself, you can hook up with DoorDash, raise your prices a little bit. But I think the shifting and the pivoting is crucial. Especially when you saw the shutdown happen.
Right.
I remember the last meeting we had at Solomon's Temple. We was on the phone. It was like, I guess it's gonna be it. We going online now. Like that's it. We just see each other. We don't know when. So it just it happened. And I will say, I know it just happened. But you just gotta find what works. And I know it's not always easy, especially if you've been doing a business 15, 20 years. This is the way I've been doing it. This is the only way I know how to do this. You have to find other ways to make it happen. Pick it up at the front door, right? We have to be able to pivot in these times and see the opportunities. Step back. And ask your kids because they got that hindsight. They see things coming on the horizon, and like as from like the 90s, you always know something's going on, and 2 months later the news is talking about it. It's like, oh, we've known about this for a long time. So you have to, stay connected to your friends, family.
Yeah.
And, especially as an entrepreneur, you got to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You got to know what's happening. Like for me, I was in the schools and I had a meeting set up and that crashed that week. So, pivoting and then get with Solomon Temple, then learning how to do ads and videos. So I just had to shift my dynamic. And and listen, it ain't easy. You just gotta watch and pivot and make those investments, and I know some are just probably sitting back like everything's gonna return to normal.
It's not.
I think maybe now's the thinking, like we're gonna shut down for a little while and then everything will be normal again.
Yeah.
I realize we're not, we say return to normal, but people recognize that there's a new normal. I tell people all the time, we're not going back to anything. We're going forward to something different. Are any of you surprised that some businesses? No, people still living, keeping around the corner waiting for COVID to leave instead of living.
Still living,
There are people that are just sitting back waiting for COVID to leave and they're losing out. I think that COVID has made it clear that COVID isn't going anywhere.
Right. Nowhere.
COVID has now become like the flu. We just don't know. The difference between COVID and the regular flu is that COVID is not seasonal.
Right.
That's the difference. And so now it's just a matter of building up your immunity, building up the antibodies, to be able to live with it. So that's where we are. We haven't gotten there yet. And there are two narratives. One is let me wait till it passes by. Let me continue to shelter in place and wait till it passes by, or let me just go right on out there and get it so that I can build up an immunity to it, because at some point I'm going to get it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so there's that logic. You just don't know how you'll get it. You don't know what the impact to your body will be when you get it, because everybody's response to it is different.
Right.
You know, Cam Newton, who plays for New England Patriots, tested positive for COVID, but he's asymptomatic.
Right.
And they're trying to figure out, well, can he play?
Right.
Since he shows no symptoms. You know,
Right.
so there's all different ways of looking at it.
Right.
Well,
so
you know, can I step back? I have some comments that I wanted to make earlier. Y'all kind of I couldn't get a word in there, but first thing, Andrea's comment. I hope she's still here, but her comment was about PTO when we talk about relationships and entrepreneurship. Both of you guys are busy, more flexible, no balls to ask for PTO. Y'all know what PTO stands for?
paid time off.
Personal time off or paid time off.
Right.
Nope.
Oh gosh.
Prepare the others. I ain't coming that day. And so Ephraim had a question that I want to answer to ask you. Are any of us surprised that businesses and churches didn't adapt to the changes? I wasn't surprised because businesses and churches are kind of like, we've been doing this for years. Right. Compare to others. That's it.
But you know what? I think that's in anything. You know, there are many things, that people miss. Right.
Yeah.
And I would dare say, who measures whether or not they've adapted? Right. Not being online doesn't mean you haven't adapted. Some people didn't go online and they started having service in the parking lot.
Right. Yeah,
Some people didn't go online and they just started having fewer people in the service.
Right.
Some people didn't go online and they just started having telephone service. They just don't have video service.
They just sound
so
right.
There's many ways to adapt. Now, I don't, there may be someone sitting out there who is continuing to have service, but nobody shows up, but they show up every Sunday and just preach to the chairs. But I remember many, many years ago learning from preachers that if I got to preach to the seats, I preach to the seats. There's somebody out there preaching to the seats.
Right.
And that has not changed, has not shifted, and don't care if nobody shows up, they're going to go and preach to those seats with no cameras or anything. So none of that would be surprising to me, my brother. Is it logical? That is a question. But no, I'm not surprised, because you'll always have the people with the Egypt mindset.
Right.
The Israelites with the Egypt mindset. We were better off in Egypt.
Right. Right.
Is Ephraim supposed to be preaching? Wait.
So to put him on blast, because he called me out yesterday.
Okay. Turn about fair play, Ephraim.
A few times in his church, and he has not had any video of this preaching. So yeah, we need you to step that up, brother.
Oh no, I got you on Sunday. Don't worry about it. I got you on Sunday.
Ephraim has not. Oh yeah, Ephraim, we haven't seen you preaching anywhere, bro.
Right.
And I know you preaching.
Right.
Ephraim, you preaching and ain't told.
Have you adapted?
Right.
If your door is closed, you probably didn't adapt. You do agree.
If your door is closed, you probably didn't.
You
agree with that being
that
the
goes
standard.
back to each his own, man. I mean, because there's certain people who say God didn't tell me to close my doors. Right. I close my doors. I'm not going to tell you that God told me to close the church, the physical church doors. God didn't tell me that. That I made that decision.
Right.
And I'm just not comfortable. I have not found comfort in going back to the physical place yet. And I won't say that has anything to do with God. It's got everything to do with science and the fact that I have a son who's special needs, who's on a breathing machine, and I'm not putting his life in jeopardy for anyone.
Right.
Amen to that.
He refused to go online.
But people think I don't have faith. I've had preachers challenge me and challenge my faith because I'm not preaching in our church.
Wow.
Okay then. Pastor B, I need for you to every person that challenges you, I need for you to inbox me. And I'm brings the smoke. So don't leave him alone. Now you can do.
Oh man,
I don't care how you do them other ones. Just be good to me. Don't do that. To my pastor, no. And I'm 3,000 miles away, but I still my pastor. And I'm telling you right now, anybody watching,
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Doc.
I bring the smoke in the car. Don't play. All right.
Well, there's one of my deacons. There's one of my deacons right now, Deacon Rollins, Sean Rollins. Thank you, Deacon. Appreciate you, man.
He said, right, give me names. I got you.
I'm telling you.
We rolling out now.
No. We'll not be giving Samantha Wilson Walker any names.
Right. Oh,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
All right.
Did you? Oh, you do a new ad for
nope, no ads tonight. It's ad free.
It's like a free weekend. I got
it. Right.
Well, we back though. Anyway, church here in Texas. Trevor, you're in Texas? I didn't know that.
But most people stream service, right? Right.
Most people stream services, yeah. I hear in Idaho it's a little different. When COVID first hit, and we was in the different phases.
Yes, indeed.
Our church closed down.
Good morning, Edward.
The ones I used to go to, we closed down.
Orange County, California.
Orange County.
Nice.
What's up, Edward?
Up early.
Oh,
awesome. Appreciate you.
He's in the upper echelon. I like that. Can I borrow $100? Anyway, so yeah, we didn't open back up our churches here until we got into phase 3.
Okay.
Which we hit, I think, late May, June. But yeah, before that, it was a lot of streaming services, and a lot of people still stream services. Gotcha. A lot of movie theaters are shut down here, where I live. Now, like you go 2 hours north of Boise, sorry, and some are open with a limited attendance. It's like the football games, and okay, look at it. Yeah, so a lot of the sports are limited attendance. Like NFL is limited attendance, right? And I know baseball is limited. I don't think they have no attendance. I think, and then of course the NBA finals are.
We ain't playing that wood if you got it.
You saw it? Is that the
He said,
thank you for being here, Edward.
We were in a certain church in New York. These folks were doing old school. Oh, yeah.
Old school communion.
Touching the crackers and everything.
The crackers.
Oh, yeah. That was, yeah.
No. Who touching the crackers?
It was at my aunt's funeral. They did communion. It was like a Catholic church. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and he's in the tray and he's grabbing the crackers and he's his bare hand.
How did they do it? Yeah, I think he had a glove on, but they sipped out of the same
cup.
Yeah. So
nah, bro. That's what we're not gonna do. You know.
What's the most positive thing that happened to each of you today? Yes, bare. What's bare? You right? What's bare?
Each of
bare hands.
I woke up.
Wow.
No gloves.
Wow.
That body
no, your body.
Oh, that's a good one. I prefer a good marriage. I prefer a good marriage.
Yeah.
Because peace at home.
Gotta have him. Yeah.
No, stop.
No, stop.
Those are two totally different categories.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you had to choose,
yeah.
If I had to choose a career over a woman, having a woman.
All right, be breezy.
Yeah.
See you around the corner.
Man, look, if me and her gotta be broke, I still want her.
Yeah, exactly.
There's things that she can provide for me that no job on the planet can provide for me.
That's true.
Nothing.
True.
And with the right job, sometimes you don't even need a career, a relationship. You still gonna
Yeah, as we was talking to Andrea earlier.
Right.
She's been single, so she's been an entrepreneur, and it's like her entrepreneur business is good.
He said, "Got it." Well, I mean, yeah, no doubt, Cheryl, no doubt.
Yeah, man. That's a horrible choice, horrible option.
Try to do it again, Edward. Do something else.
He said, "Just
do something else on that."
Listen, God gave Adam a job and a woman.
First. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
First,
yeah.
Did a woman. You're right.
He gave him the yeah. It was good. He gave him the business.
Right. No doubt.
He was like, Adam was in there working. He was like, man, he got nobody to celebrate his success with.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
If I had to choose between good career and good, I want my wife. But like I'm a pastor. I mean, if I'm broke, at least I can come home.
We live in the box together.
You ain't coming home because you ain't working, so you always at home.
We can dress those ramen noodles up together.
Pastor, what home? We ain't home. We chilling. We got bunk beds in the shelter. Like
I'm telling you, air mattresses the whole nine.
Oh, Cheryl caught that. You caught that, huh, Cheryl? I see.
Yeah,
I got you, Cheryl.
Right.
I got you. You had the job first. I heard you. You were screaming that from the spirit. I felt that in my shando. Hallelujah.
I tie my bow tie. I tie my bow tie. I got it.
all right. Let's see. The instructions were given to Adam before the woman was built by God. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Let's see.
Gotta eat.
That's right.
Birds gotta swim. Fish gotta eat. Fish gotta swim. Birds gotta eat. I always get that wrong.
Man. All right. So how do you guys feel like what's 2021 gonna look like? Or have you thought about it?
I've thought about it. And I've wondered. I think 2021 is gonna be it's gonna be a good year if we adapt to the new norm. If we go into 2020 still fighting the new norm,
right,
it's gonna look like 2020. I mean, but if I feel like if we adapt to new norm, wearing the mask, set 6 feet. I think if we get freedom, if we can adapt to the new norm,
right,
I think 2020 is going to be a prosperous year for everybody. But if we still, it's in different regions are different. Like California, for example, they have really high numbers out there. Idaho, where I live, is not a lot of numbers. We're spiking, but we didn't have high numbers anyhow.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean? So,
yes, indeed.
Just
we got
whatever area.
Yes.
Sean says on the mindset. I agree with that. Adapt. Right. Adaptation comes from in the mind. You gotta.
So do you think? So let me ask you this: do you think there's still going to be such a high protest of mask?
What do you mean?
I think it's going to be the same. I see you're still going to have those Karens and Kens out there that feel like
and you know it.
Mask. Yeah. Yeah. But as long, like I said, adaptation. As long as you know that that's the new norm. Masks are the new norm. Whether you want to wear them or not, it's still the new norm.
Didn't somebody have a $3,000 mask? Was it $3,000?
I want it.
$5,000.
I ain't gonna front. I want a mask with
spikes. Diamonds on it. I think it's.
I ain't gonna front. I want one with some spikes. I'm not kidding. But see, out here in Idaho, though,
you already know. You
don't get a lot of.
Don't do that.
You don't get a lot of. I mean, that's some places like Target and Walmart, and you go into, wear a mask. You know that. Come on,
get that vaccine, kid. Get that vaccine.
Or shut up and don't.
I can't hear.
I'm wearing a mask because I don't trust vaccines. You guys that here in the Brothers Legacy know I don't like vaccines, so I don't. Yeah, I'll be wearing a mask.
Wow. Worldomedia.com can flatten the fear.
The real facts.
All right, we'll check it out. Let's see. He said the year isn't. He said, I think the rest of 2020 is going to be great. Yes,
right.
indeed.
I think that there are people that are doing their best work now.
Right.
This sheltering in place, this condition, this situation has caused people to reach inside and explore who they really are, what they're really made of. And I think that there are people living I know that there are people living their best life now because of the COVID-19 season. They will
Right.
they will have never achieved the success that they have right now had it not been for COVID-19. That's
Yes,
the
indeed.
truth.
True,
There are many people who are failing now because everything before COVID-19 was a show. There was no substance,
Right.
and now they've been exposed.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
so there's two sides to that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
It's been-
mellow money has never been right.
Right.
You know, this is the season of the hustle.
Right.
And
It is.
Yes, indeed.
That's what Ephraim was talking about earlier in the show when he put up his comment.
Yeah.
Many businesses was birthed out of COVID,
Oh, yeah.
which is true.
Right.
Not a lot of brick and mortar businesses, but a lot of the virtual and the side hustles and the because Melissa is a hustler on virtual. She sells children's books.
yeah,
And that's her hustle, and she gets
Right.
out there every single day.
yeah,
Right from the comfort of the house.
and is not in jeopardy of going to jail, but she hustling to live.
Right,
You know.
she's getting it for real. I'm like, hey, babe, I love you.
Right.
I see how she's doing today.
Okay. So,
Hey, Sean, I'm gonna have to get to Georgia, man. So you take me golfing because I've never been.
John will drive to the moon for golf.
right.
But here's the question though: is he good? Any good at it though? Sean, you good, man?
Is he?
Hey man, let me
I'm
don't
good
get me
too.
started. Don't get me started.
Yo, he
I've
ain't.
seen it
Yeah,
firsthand. You do not.
That's Tiger
You do
Woods.
not want that smoke.
right.
Oh, he's
Right.
Tiger
You
Woods.
do not want. When the first time I saw him tee off, because there are certain people that use drivers, and Sean Rollins will use an iron where others are using a driver.
Wow.
If you don't know what I'm talking about,
Oh, yeah.
the driver sends the ball. The further away you have to go, right? The bigger the hammer is, the head is on the golf club. Your woods are for long drives. This dude can use an iron and send a golf ball the same distance that somebody will use a driver for. When I saw him, and the first time I saw him with a driver, the ball literally looked like an airplane taking off.
Wow.
Jesus. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I'm good too in golf on the PlayStation. 2K21 is the greatest game. The golf game.
Here, sure. Come back in, my friend.
Listen, I am not a
I
golfer.
know that's right.
Okay?
Dr. Rollins, I know that's right.
I am not a golfer. And the first time I traveled with Deacon Rollins to go to a golf tournament, I played with him. He was at the top of the food chain of golfers, and I was a crumb from the master's table, right? But playing with him, as raggedy as I was playing golf, stand by.
Stand back.
Stand by. Stand back. Stand up.
No, I was at the top of the food chain. I was at the bottom of the food chain. But playing with Sean Rollins, this right here, is a first place trophy. Brothers on the Tee, PGA Golf Club 2019, Brothers Cup champion, because my partner was Sean Rollins, and I was literally the worst player out there. I'm not kidding. I was the worst player out there, and Sean and I still took first place.
Man,
that's his skill.
Wow. His short game was the truth. I heard. Okay, I got you.
So Ephraim had a question. He said, "Would you accept COVID as a good excuse for poor performance? Should a coach, teacher, or CEO be fired for what happened during a year like this?"
That's a fantastic question, man.
No.
Two things just off the top.
Yes.
Who's doing the evaluation?
Hey, Robin.
What is evaluation based on? But I will tell you, right? It really depends on what the expectations are. That's why expectations are so important, right? You can work all day, every day, and still not be successful due to COVID. Right. You can put in your best work and not be successful because of COVID. You know, a chef in a kitchen can slave all day in that kitchen and cook his best meal, but if no one shows up to the restaurant, it doesn't matter how good your food is, COVID can still cause failure. And you can lose your job as a result of that. because the owner of the restaurant may still want the restaurant to be open, but your food evidently is not good enough to bring people in. Now, if you, it depends on the product or the service, right? If you don't show up for work because you're afraid of COVID,
right. True.
You know what I mean?
True. Yeah. Like I have a nephew. He's in the business loans, and now it's tough because everybody is so shaky. The business needs money, but their future's uncertain. So a lot of banks are less likely to lend. Their criteria is going really high. Especially of course in like the restaurant area and things of that nature. So he's like, I'm making a lot of calls, but I get all the some numbers are no more good. Some are disconnected. So he said it's harder right now. Because of COVID. And like you said, he's busting his butt, but it's just not happening.
Right.
So I'm with you.
Thank you, Dig. I saw your comment. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Man. Oh, even like
I was BJ Armstrong while you was Michael Jordan.
You said what?
Sean Rollins said, Pastor, you held your own. I say, I appreciate you, man. You was Michael Jordan, I was BJ Armstrong.
Right.
Well, not BJ.
Oh, you was LeBron James and I was Boobie Gibson.
Oh no, he was Tony Kukoc.
All right, so we about to get up out of here. We appreciate you guys rocking with us, hanging with us. This has been another edition.
Oh wait, for Cheryl. 7 o'clock Tuesday night Bible study.
Yes. Oh man.
Temple.
Yes.
7 o'clock Tuesday night Bible study, and then 10:30 Sunday morning service on Periscope, on YouTube, on Facebook. Yes. Look up Solomon's Temple Christian Ministries on Facebook, and you can find us.
Yes.
7 o'clock on Tuesday and Sunday, 10:30 on Sunday.
Yeah, we're on Periscope as well. I think you're on Periscope now, or you on?
Yeah, Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yeah. So same thing. Yeah. Solomon's Temple Christian Ministries. Just follow me. We always share it. So if you're following any one of us on our personal accounts, you'll get the notification. If you're on Facebook, just look it up. They said, but your nephew also broke away. You're right. And he also broke away and started his own business because he got laid off. He started his own thing. So it's, it's that as well. All right, guys. So we appreciate you for hanging and rocking with us. This has been another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. The debates are tonight for show. Show
tonight.
Oh, so.
And the brothers who talk back tomorrow.
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
Excited about it.
We're coming back with a new season this week. So make sure you check us out. And we have some things brewing that I'm going to discuss next week. Some shifts, some changes that are going to happen. Some good stuff. All right. So make sure you stay tuned, stay rocking with us. We come on every single morning, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. First time in the building. Make sure you're following whatever platform you're watching us from, and make sure you're sharing it out to all the people that are following you. All right. As always, know that Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior, and that we follow him in all that he has asked us to do. We try our best to be obedient, and know that God, we love you, but God loves you more. We see you in the morning. Take care and be blessed.